may seem old school, it may seem passe, but if you're watching any high-level BJJ right now or submission wrestling competitions, the mount is making a big comeback. Why? Because people have been really working on their stabilization within mount and learning how to really pin in mount, where a lot of guys were just sitting and trying to move and attack, but they weren't putting that pressure in. Now that people are picking up what we have known forever in catch as catch can and wrestling, the pinning aspect of ground fighting, now this is bleeding big time into BJJ, and all these mounts are getting way better, and maybe even to some degree back to maybe how they used to be. Because I'm telling you, a good portion of like some of that first gen, second gen BJJ guys, I bet you their pins were vicious. They're probably more osaikomi than say catch style pressure pinning, but I bet they were fantastic. So why do I like mount so much for MMA? And it's not just for the striking. I think mount's a great pin position just overall. Why is a mount a strong position? Well, I can go low, and what I do is I kick these spurs up. I'm elevating him, but I'm also putting my hips and my pressure through him. I'm stealing some of his air. Number two, look, I don't even have any controls, but I'm posting my hands out. So if he's trying to bridge me, I've got these posts that I can stop him with, right? He wants to go over, go under, but now, what is the thing a lot of guys do? They'll try to shrimp to one side and push the knee down. Over again. Right, so now, from here, that's where we use our pummeling and our underhooks, and we walk these things up. If I'm just here, look, if you've been watching this channel, you've seen me demonstrate top wrist lock stuff. I have top wrist lock options right here. He's tight enough in the shoulders I can get away with it. Maybe, let's figure most of the time they're not. Okay, that's fine. It's still pinned. So get that arm back. How is he gonna get out from mount very easily stuck here? Well, you go, what are you gonna do to punch him? Well, I don't really even need to punch him all that much. And he's trying to pummel his feet, and I'm sticking my spurs up. Fighting, he gets 1 foot pummeled, I pummel it back in, and we play this battle. Then maybe I decide to just pin it to the floor and start dropping elbows. Maybe I'll get 2 off before he really starts bridging, trying to get the hell out of dodge. Where would you bridge? Yeah, exactly. Right, and boom, drop it again. Maybe put it on this and pin it to the floor, drop it again. This looks unusual, but all I'm doing is pinning his hand and attacking the longest end of the lever. Get your arm back. Yeah, he could, but I'm gonna get some shots off before he does. He gets it down, now I'm here. Now I'm stabilizing his face. Oh, now I'm going mother's milk. Which is an Eric Paulson technique, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But the main thing is I'm keeping that low mount and that pressure into him. If I wanna go high mount, I'm gonna scoop into my back pockets and walk these arms up. And even now I'm pinning, and if I had more flexibility, I would sit more into his chest. But from here, punching, pinning, and really high mount is about striking, but it's also about splitting the arms so I can attack the neck with triangles to go after arm bars. It's not a position you're meant to stay in necessarily, but you can be way better at riding here than you already are. This much I know. Another tactic you can do here is to pin the hands. However, because I have no pressure on his hips, I do risk the possibility of him rolling up and throwing spurs in from the opposite side and getting rid of me, AKA like TK scissors, Tsuyoshi Kosaka. So if anything, if I'm here, I'm hitting, and I'm getting him to try and bridge and turn, and I'm looking for that opening from whatever that is. And I might have a guy turn somewhat, let's say halfway, and then I'm gonna run a half on him, put him back on his back. But personally, I prefer, and even for MMA, getting low and just chipping away and hitting, maybe even just turning his neck and cranking on him here. Cover up his mouth and his nose. He'll try to fight that hand off, right? Whoop, bang, and you get a shot in. Pin this on the floor, back elbow. Just staying here and riding heavy and putting those hips into him. There's a lot that can be done from there. Plus your submission options, I think, are a lot better and safer anyways, with like your top wrist locks and especially your side choke, aka your arm triangle.